Happy Friday. X-Man 1991 back again with another sports topic. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We're about to do a recap of Monday through yesterday's games between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. Let's go. Here's a recap of Monday's game. Neither teams didn't score shit in the first inning. Both teams scored one run apiece in the second inning. Neither teams didn't score shit in the third, fourth, and fifth inning. Astros scored one run in the top of the sixth. Rangers scored 2 runs in the bottom of the seventh. Rangers scored 3 more runs in the bottom of the 8th. And neither teams didn't score shit in the 9th inning. Final score. Texas Rangers 6, Houston Astros 2. The Rangers were 6-10 as the Astros fell 7-9. Now here's a recap from Tuesday's game. Tuesday was the birthday of AT&T Sportsnet broadcaster Jeff Blummer. Neither teams didn't score shit in the first inning. Both teams scored 1 run apiece in the second inning, just like they did on Monday. Neither teams didn't score shit in the third inning. Astros scored 3 runs in the top of the fourth. Neither teams didn't score shit in the fifth inning. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the sixth. And neither teams didn't score shit in the last 3 innings. Final score. Houston Astros 1, Texas Rangers. Houston Astros 5, Texas Rangers 1. And they did it for Jeff Blummer on his birthday. The Astros were 8-9 as the Rangers fell 6-11. Here's a recap from Wednesday's game. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the first. Rangers scored 2 runs in the bottom of the second. Neither team didn't score shit in the third and fourth inning. Astros scored 3 runs in the top of the fifth. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. Rangers scored 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. But the Astros were still able to hold on to the lead as they beat the Rangers barely 4-3. The Astros were 9-9 as the Rangers fell 6-12. Now here's a recap from yesterday's game, and they played early in the afternoon. Neither teams didn't score shit through innings 1 through 6. Finally, both teams scored 1 run apiece in the 7th. Astros scored 2 in the top of the 8th. Rangers scored 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. But the Astros were still able to hold on to the victory as they beat the Rangers 3 games in a row, 3-2. The Astros are now 10-9 as the Rangers fall 6-13, and the Astros are the number 3 seed in the American League West. This weekend, the Astros are in Toronto going up against in a rematch against the Blue Jays. Monday through Wednesday, they're back at the crib taking on the Mariners. The whole Mother's Day weekend from Cinco de Mayo to May 8th, Mother's Day, taking on the Detroit Tigers. May 10th through May 12th against the Minnesota Twins. Friday the 13th, May 13th to May 15th against the Nationals in Washington. May 16th through 18th against the Red Sox in Beantown. May 19th to the 22nd, a rematch taking on the Rangers. May 23rd to 25th, taking on the Cleveland Guardians. They're no longer the Cleveland Indians. May 27th through 29th against the Mariners in Seattle. Memorial Day, May 30th to June 1st against the Athletics in Oakland. Now, that's all the games I'm going to read for now. The Astros are 8-5 on the road, 2-4 at the crib. The Astros are currently on a 3-game winning streak. They barely won Wednesday and yesterday. I thought they was going to take the game to an extra inning in the last 2 games, but they were still able to hold on to the victory. Wednesday and yesterday. They barely won the last 2 games against the Rangers. I'm glad the Astros were able to pull this off. Get ready, Astros, as you head to Toronto this weekend to go up against the Blue Jays before you come back home at the crib on Monday. Also, the 76ers beat the Raptors last night, 132-97. So now in the Eastern Conference semifinals, it's the 76ers versus the Heat. See, what about the Bucks versus Bulls? Who won that game? Okay, it's the Bucks versus the Celtics in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Wednesday, the Bucks beat the Bulls 116-100, and they win the first round of the playoffs in the Eastern Conference 4-1. See, what about the Warriors are going to the second round of the Western Conference playoffs. They beat the Nuggets Wednesday 102-98. And they win the first round 4-1. Phoenix going to the second round of the playoffs. They beat the Pelicans last night 115-109. And they win the series 4-2. All right. I just want to do a recap of the NBA playoffs real quick. So in the Eastern Conference semifinals, we got the Heat versus the 76ers and the Bucks versus the Celtics. Western Conference semifinals, I think it's the Suns against the Warriors or the Suns against the Mavericks. Let me see. Mavs versus Jazz. Yeah, the Mavericks won last night by deuce against the Jazz, 98-96. And they advanced to the Western Conference semifinals. So who the Jazz will be going up against? So who they going up against? Let me see. So I know it's the Bucks against the Celtics and the Heat against the 76ers, but I don't know about the Western Conference. You type in Western Conference semifinals. Semifinal schedule. Okay, it's the Suns versus the Mavericks. Suns versus Mavericks and the Warriors. Okay, I got it now. It's Boston versus the Bucks, Heat versus 76ers, the Warriors versus either the Timberwolves or the Grizzlies, and the Suns versus the Mavericks. Those are the games scheduled for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference semifinals. I just want to do a catch up on you guys on the NBA playoffs. The first round of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the 76ers and the Heat is on Monday. The first two games is in Miami, Monday and Wednesday. Game 3 and 4 is in Philly next Friday and Mother's Day. Game 5, if necessary, back in Miami, May 10th. Game 6, if necessary, back in Philly, May 12th. And Game 7, if necessary, back in Miami, May 15th. So that wraps up my thoughts about Monday through Thursday's games between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers, and a quick recap of the NBA playoff games. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next Astros rant. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave your comment down below. I'm about to record my next video game review that I didn't get a chance to record last night or Wednesday. My review of NBA Street. Then later on tonight, we'll reminisce 20 years of Stone Cold Steve Austin calling out Ric Flair on the April 29th, 2002 edition of Monday Night Raw. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Go Houston Astros.